Well, a good Sunday morning. I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan. It's almost 10:30 and I have the latest on now Tropical Storm Nicholas. The hurricane hunters flew into the system earlier this morning. They found a center and they found maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. So again, it brought it up to tropical storm status, and it's still very disorganized, but it really got its act together in the past couple of hours or so. A huge plume of moisture associated with this system. It has the stronger gusts of 50 miles per hour, and it is moving to the north-northwest at 13 miles per hour. So the center of the system is located in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, already starting to see a few bands streaming into our area, all thanks to a shortwave trough that is situated over southern Texas. So this is definitely going to be a rainmaker for portions along Texas, extending into coastal Louisiana and also southern Mississippi throughout the first half of the week. So as we take a look at the satellite imagery, it's starting to look pretty okay here. Again, we're seeing those convective thunderstorms around the center of this system, and you can see the outer rain bands now approaching southeastern Louisiana. So it is going to be a pretty soggy start to our work week. Today we're looking at scattered showers with isolated downpours. Again, we've been talking about this all week. Whatever you need to get done, make sure it's done today before the rain moves in a few hours, and then it will become heavy throughout the rest of the work week, well, the first half of the work week. So again, is going to continue that north-northwest trend, and there's an area of high pressure off to the east, and that's going to help steer this thing. But the National Hurricane Center has put an official track on the system, and it is expected again to continue that north-northwest before then shifting due north, and it is going to organize some. It's going to strengthen a bit more. It's going to hold on to its tropical storm status because it looks like a little bit of wind shear will be working against it. So as we go into Monday afternoon, it is expected to make landfall right near the southern tip of Texas. Again, heavy rain associated with this system. It drew in a lot of tropical moisture in the past couple of days or so, and that moisture is extending all the way to western Cuba. So this is actually a big plume of moisture that will be heading our way. But notice as we head into Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday morning rather, we do expect the winds to be up to 65 miles per hour, keeping it as a tropical system. But notice how large the cone of concern will be after Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon. So the center of the storm after Tuesday is still uncertain, but it's definitely going to be a rainmaker. I do expect tropical downpours for many areas starting tomorrow, so be prepared for that. And of course, we'll be keeping a very close eye on the flooding potential starting tomorrow. So as you take a look at the tropical computer models, they're in pretty good consensus, taking it through the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, but a bit of a spread. Still pretty tight though as to where the center of the storm is going to actually go as it gets closer to eastern Texas and southwest Louisiana. And of course, the center of the storm will be on the wetter side of the storm, which is the eastern side of the storm. If the center of the storm is a little bit closer to our area, our rain totals will go up. If it continues to shift to the west, our rain totals will pretty much stay the same, what we're thinking right now. So taking a look at the GFS and also the Euro, and I've been keeping a very close eye on both of these models, and they're doing a pretty good job taking it into southern Texas. And of course, heavy rain is expected, and it is expected to slow down some. I don't think this is going to be a Harvey because it's still going to be moving, but it is going to slow down just a little bit as it approaches Texas as we head into Tuesday evening. But notice the GFS indicated by the red and then the Euro indicated by the green. The Euro keeps it well to our west, meaning that our rainfall totals will be pretty moderate, but then the GFS brings the center of the storm a little bit closer to our area, so potentially our rainfall totals could be a bit higher. Of course, we'll continue to monitor that, but as of right now, we're actually looking at a significant rainfall across the area as we head into early this week. And tropical moisture will remain over the area throughout the rest of the work week, so the entire work week is looking pretty soggy, so be prepared for rainfall, and it will get heavy at times Monday through your Friday, and even the upcoming weekend is looking pretty wet as well. So the available moisture associated with Tropical Storm Nicholas, notice it extends all the way out to Florida, and there's that staring pattern, that area of high pressure, which will be over the Carolinas. So that's going to help steer this system. So as it retreats off to the east, it is expected to kind of make that northeastern turn, but that tropical moisture will remain over the area well throughout the work week, as I just mentioned. So we had 2 pretty nice days where that dry air was situated over the area Friday and also yesterday, and that kept our dew points relatively low. But because of Tropical Storm Nicholas and the amount of moisture associated with this system, plus our winds right now out of the east and southeast, so that's going to continue to stream in abundant tropical moisture into our area, again, starting today. And yesterday, the water vapor imagery, we had a whole bunch of dry air over the Gulf of Mexico. You could see a lot of the dry air has lifted northward, and Tropical Storm Nicholas, again, a whole lot of moisture with this system here. And as I mentioned before, it will run into a little bit of wind shear that should keep it weak. So that's the good news. I'm not saying that hurricane status is not completely out of the question, but as of right now, it doesn't look likely. So the rainfall potential so far, and this will continue to change throughout the rest of the day. Also tomorrow heading into our Tuesday, right now the bullseye looks like along coastal Texas or along the coast of Texas, and the heaviest rainfall is expected in southwest Louisiana. Many areas can pick up between 4 to 7 inches. Again, this is southwest Louisiana, and locally higher amounts up to 8, even 9, 10 inches of rainfall. And this is through the first half of the week. As we take a look at our viewing area, and as I mentioned before, if the center of the storm continues to shift east, these rain totals will continue to go up because the eastern side of the storm usually that's the wetter side of the storm. So right now, my line of thinking, we're looking at between 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. We're looking south of the lake and also over the North Shore, and we're looking at the lesser amounts off to the east. So a significant amount of rainfall could definitely cause some street flooding in a few spots, especially after Ida. A lot of debris still out on the roads. Make sure your storm drains are clear of debris because it will get heavy in a few spots. We will see some breaks. This is not going to be a complete washout. We will see some breaks in the rain tomorrow afternoon, as well as Tuesday and Wednesday, but the amount of tropical moisture that's going to be over the area, it is going to be pretty rainy for at least the first half of the week. So taking a look at the current radar here, again, we're starting to see some rain starting to push into the area along our coastal areas. And it is heavy in a few spots indicated by the reds and oranges, and it's going to continue to creep northward. So in about a few hours or so, we'll start seeing light to moderate rain starting to develop over portions of New Orleans, LaPlace, and then north of the lake. I do expect the rain to head your way closer to tonight, and then it will be pretty constant. Again, we'll see a few breaks. This is not going to be a constant rainfall event, but it's definitely going to be a soaker. Even though we're going to get a few breaks, heavy rain is expected, that tropical heavy rain throughout the first half of the week. So taking you through the day, notice the rainfall coverage. We're looking at 70% rainfall coverage today, and I upped it a little bit tomorrow and also Tuesday. And we're looking at that rain to continue moving into the area this afternoon. And as I mentioned before, it will be heavy in a few spots. So again, make sure you get whatever you need to get done right now because it is going to be pretty soggy starting this afternoon. Lots of clouds across the area. And then tomorrow, starting off with rain, heavy in a few areas, so most likely your morning commute will be pretty wet, so just make sure you're being very careful while you're out on the roads. Allow extra time, and then the rain will come in waves. We're looking at light to moderate rain, heavy in a few spots, can rule out a few isolated thunderstorms, but the atmosphere will be so tropical as Tropical Storm Nicholas approaches the coast of Texas later on tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. Now, as we head into tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, as I just mentioned, notice the rainfall will extend into northern Louisiana, and we're looking at light to moderate showers, and that's going to continue. And there's that break I was talking about. This is Tuesday morning before more rain is on the way. And notice off to the west in portions of Houston and then also extending into southwest Louisiana. Again, we're looking at heavy rain in those areas, and that could potentially extend into our area depending on the shift if it shifts to the east. And that's not the only tropical wave or tropical system I'm looking at. I'm actually tracking a few other waves out in the Atlantic Basin. And this is normal. Even though a few of these have a low chance of development, we are actually looking at another wave that will be emerging off the coast of Africa later on tomorrow. It has a high chance of development in the next couple of days or so. Again, not an imminent threat to our area, but we'll continue to watch that. And then there's another area the National Hurricane Center is watching. It has a 50% chance of development in the next several days. It is a ways from us, but right now, of course, we are focusing now on Tropical Storm Nicholas. So far for the 2021 hurricane season, Atlantic hurricane season, this is where we are right now. So we saw the peak September 10th a few days ago. Right now, Nicholas is the 14th named storm, and then last year, around the same time, we were actually up to our S name, which was Sally. So still a very busy season this season, and it's going to remain a pretty busy through mid-October. So we're not done quite yet, and the end of hurricane season is November 30th. So as I mentioned before, we've had 14 named storms. If any of those other areas that I'm watching, the one that is going to be emerging off the coast of Africa and also near Florida, if any of those really get its act together, the next name on the list will be Odette. So I'll leave you with your 7-day forecast. Again, we're looking at heavy rainfall throughout the afternoon and also tropical downpours starting tomorrow. So please keep that in mind if you can. I know a lot of us, we sustained damages to our homes. Try and get as much as you can done today because it's going to rain pretty hard starting tomorrow. Not a complete washout. There will be a few breaks in between, but the rain will keep our temperatures in check. Today, temperatures are going to climb into the mid-80s this afternoon and mid-80s tomorrow as well as Tuesday and also Wednesday. And notice the rain chances, 80%. And then as we head into your Thursday, Friday, and the upcoming weekend, rain chances will remain pretty moderate. I did put a 30% chance of rainfall as we head into your Saturday. But again, that tropical moisture will be still situated over the area. So we're still looking at a pretty soggy ending to our work week. And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on what's going on in the tropics. And the time right now is 10:41. And thank you so much for joining.